I'm Kyle Kramer, the Executive Director at the Earth and Spirit Center, and I am here with Reverend Dr. Karl Ruttan, who is an Earth and Spirit Center faculty member and facilitates the monthly Men's Contemplative Spirituality group. Welcome, Karl.
So nice to be with you, Kyle. Thanks for asking me to be here.
Yes, glad that we can have this brief conversation. Tell me in just a few words, who is Karl Ruttan and how did you come to affiliate with the Earth and Spirit Center and to lead this group?
Well, I'm a retired Episcopal priest. I served Episcopal congregations for over 40 years. I loved my ministry. When I retired, I moved to Louisville to be with my wife, to be closer to our daughter. And my training is in spiritual direction was at Duquesne University, where I had a program that I just loved because it combined theology, psychology, spirituality, and it really talked about how we are shaped and formed by the Creator, by something bigger than ourselves.
Okay, so you have a PhD in spiritual formation, as I recall, from
That's
Duquesne.
Correct.
And
Yes.
and you facilitate this group every third Thursday from 7 to 8:30 here at the Earth and Spirit Center, pre-pandemic, on Zoom right now. And what happens every month when your group gathers? Who comes and how does that hour and a half go?
Well, I think that one of the greatest gifts we can give one another is to listen to our stories. And really the men's group is about listening to stories. My conviction is that our stories are sacred. And so we're listening to each other in a deep listening process, but we're also listening beyond ourselves. We're listening to really the sacred, what is holy. And it's really important, I think, because men often don't have an opportunity for deep listening and being heard deeply. Men often don't have a place where they can reflect on their lives, its meaning, its purpose, its direction, its ups and downs. And so the men's contemplative group gives men an opportunity to do that, to listen, to hear the sacred. The way we structure it is that we begin with a time of silence, not a few minutes of silence, so not a lengthy silence. And then one man begins by sharing an aspect of his personal or spiritual journey or his spiritual practice, because many of the men who come to the group have been involved in the meditation teachings of the Earth and Spirit Center. And so they still have questions or struggles, or, I mean, good heavens, don't we all have struggles in our spiritual practice? So men can really share what is on their heart with one another. And then we take a pause and we have a silence, and then the next man can share. When we were face to face, we allowed people actually to respond to each time someone spoke, but we've changed the format a little bit. So each person shares something from his journey. And then at the end of the time, we respond to what we've heard, what was most significant. So it gives every man an opportunity to speak, although, of course, in a group like this, anyone can pass. And then we have a chance to respond. So just to say again, it's about listening to each other and to listening to something greater than ourselves. Who comes? With the pandemic, we've had about 6 to 10 people come, probably most of our groups. We have a core group that come every time we meet. And then most times we meet, we have 1 or 2 people who are coming for the first time. So we're always open to having new people, but generally, but at the same time, we have a core group, which gives us some continuity.
Nice. Okay. Well, wonderful. I'm so grateful that you do that. And I, as a fellow man, I agree that men sometimes struggle to talk about their spiritual lives. And I'm glad you're creating a safe space for that to happen. Again, it's every third Thursday on Zoom from 7 to 8:30. And to register for that, folks can go to the Earth and Spirit Center website, earthandspiritcenter.org. Click on the programs tab and then click on spiritual support, and they should be able to register there so that they can receive the Zoom link and all the connectivity information. Well, Karl, thank you so much for giving us a quick overview of what you do in the Men's Contemplative Spirituality Group, and I wish you well.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.